Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? Playing some Danzaburou, and this is actually my second or third duel in like 5 days, and two of those were today. So I'm like super rusty, and I was just thinking, what's like a good god to play when you're super rusty? And the first god I thought of was actually Arachne, but hold on, let me buy my items here before I get too distracted here. Shell, do we even want Shell against this guy, man? Like, maybe we just cringe him with this horrific. Like, I don't know. That sounds like a good play to me. Alright, anyways. Today I played two duels. This is my, or actually, yeah, I played 3 duels today. One was just simply a warm-up, where I played Arachne, because I thought that's what I was going to play for the video, and I probably will still do that eventually. But then I went against a Danza, and Danza's another character that I already planned on doing a video on because he got a buff, and I was pretty much going to do a video on every god that got buffed sooner or later, right? And see how they go. But I played against a Danza, and as Arachne, and he was a Masters Danza, and this guy's a Masters Marty, man. I'm not looking forward to this. But, he kind of beat my buns, like, actually. He killed me 2 times in the early game, and was snowballing really hard. I ended up winning like 5-2. So we won, but it was not a easy process, man. Danza's crazy right now in the early game because they buffed his 1 damage a little bit, with helps with damage, helps with clear. They buffed his 2 a long time ago to help with clear. And they buffed his 3 in the early game, making it basically like, while you're inside of it, instead of 10% speed, you get 20. It used to scale up. Now it's just like that flat. And when you get out of it, you get more flat as well. So they didn't buff him at like level 20. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't buff the late game character. They just made his early game more strong. He's more evasive in the early game, so more stronger, I suppose. He is going to contest this. I'm just going to pop my potions because why not? I'm just going to pop Horrific. I'm body blocking him so hard. Oh my god. I popped Horrific, my Wing Shard, and my 3, and just started boxing him there. The only reason he didn't take more damage, obviously, is because he popped his shell, so that's unfortunate, but... Oh my, dude, I'm like thinking maybe he's just being greedy. Oh, I don't, that wouldn't have killed him anyways. I think it would have left him at 1. I was like, maybe he's just being greedy and he doesn't want to ult it. Like, it's like a Camazotz ult, right? Like, where they made it like fast. Just like a, it's not like old Freya and Camazotz. They're fast now, right? So he can just pop up at any point. But he decided not to. Or, well, that's what I was thinking. He decided not to, but in reality, I think he just took that long to level the ability. Like, I don't know, what do you guys think? Like, generally speaking, I'm always paying attention to when I'm about to get my ability. Like, right there, I hit 5 and I instantly leveled my ult. But he did, sorry, I had to mute there for just 1 moment. But he did not. Like, it seemed like it took him forever to find it. Oh, wow. Oh, and also, I didn't mention earlier, the reason about playing easy gods is I don't really like hunters. I'm not really the hunter guy at all. I don't play them very much. So I need to get more videos on YouTube because I just naturally don't really have that many up. I do have one Danza game conveniently already posted like a while back, but that wasn't when he got buffed, I don't think. Or maybe it was a different buff. And I actually played against Sam the Dude and Captain Twig. Both in that same video. If you haven't seen that video and you're interested, it is outdated because it was on the other map, the map that's currently here for Joust. It was on that map, and you know, items and stuff were way different. But that was my one and only Danza recording. I think it was a 2-parter against Twig and Sam, and Danza got buffed again, and here we are. And we're building Griffin Wing because remember how I was saying I wanted to play an easy god. Well, Danza's not very hard, you know. I'm not saying he's brain dead or anything, but he's not hard. He's one of the hunters I actually like a little bit, and he's kind of ability-based, which fits my playstyle a little bit better. And on top of that, let's see in this bush, I can go Griffin Wing, and I am not a full supporter of Griffin Wing. I don't think it's like OP or anything like that, like a lot of people say it is. But my opinion kind of doesn't matter that much, because I don't really play hunters. And honestly, in this meta, I don't play against hunters very much either, besides like Marty, honestly, because he's new. I I think Hou Yi and you guys can check the bans, but I think Hou Yi and On Her were both open for this game as well. So I don't really know the build for Hunters, besides like the obvious, like I could rush Dominance into like Xe or something, or Kins, right? But I'm gonna go the more fun build and the easy build, because like I said, I haven't played in a few days. I played a couple of games in like 5 days time, something like that. Maybe longer, maybe less. And I need something easy for my tiny little brain, right? Kind of trying to stop his back because I don't want him to have enough time to get back for red. He might still have enough time, but I'm not going to be so cringe that I dive the tower twice. Hopefully he won't make it here in time. I think he'll make it in here. He'll make it here in time maybe if he skips the creeps, maybe. But if he doesn't skip the creeps like he's not, we should just get this easy breezy cover girl. No problem. No, get away. Oh, he actually let me back. What a nice guy. Also, another thing about Danza, the reason why I wanted to play him is because he can go regrowth. God, man, I absolutely hate that. Like if I ever mute at random times, I promise you I'm either taking a drink or coughing, right? I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? But if I ever just stop talking and like it feels like I just straight up muted, it's probably because I did. Because people just, I don't know what it is about my town, man. I live in Indiana, for anyone who's curious. I don't know what it is about my town, like the country people. I don't know what it is, but there are people that go down the street and they will just stop. Like, because this is not a very busy, it's like a super side street. It's not very busy at all. So people will literally just like stop or pull over in the street and just sit there waiting on people to come out of their houses and stuff, and they will like rev their engines and do all kinds of crap. Like, I don't know. Long story short, what I'm getting at here is people, what are you doing? Bro, my auto accuracy is impeccable. Holy. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Come down. What? It didn't hit him, I don't think, did it? 129, there's no way. Yeah, it didn't stun him, so it didn't do it did the AoE blast. That's kind of dumb. Yeah, I don't really know what this guy's doing, I'll be honest. Oh, he's console, I just noticed. He is a controller player. I think it's almost always boomerang here. I'm gonna go blink just because I find it fun. If we're being honest, what's the optimal relics in this game? Probably like sprint and shell, or shell and horrific, something like that. But I just like going horrific and blink because I don't know, I can get away with it most of the time, you know. Especially on a defensive god like this. And they set you up for like really awesome like plays that you wouldn't have got otherwise. You know, the CC from horrific and, well, obviously blink, right? BRB. Be right back. And by the way, if you're playing hunters, again, I'm not the hunter guy, right? But still, even as not the hunter guy, I can tell you, if you're playing hunters and not building boomerang in the early game, or just in general at the very least, then you're wrong. Like, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if they have spectral. It doesn't matter if you're against a Hou Yi. It doesn't matter if you get it early, if you get it late. It doesn't matter which hunter you're playing. With the okay, maybe not that last part. Gods like Scotty and Uller maybe shouldn't get it, although they can and would definitely own with it. It's not bad, but you know, you probably don't need that. But most hunters, especially the auto attack ones, you should just be building a boomerang. It's just too good, man. It just is. It actually is way too dank, man. It's super overstated for how much it costs. I'm about to destroy this guy. You guys will see. And he has defense. Keep that in mind. He did go defense, second item. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, that 187 was not nearly as much as I was hoping it would be. Especially with the red buff. But by the time I get Deathbringer, like, that's not a boomerang problem. That's a crit problem. Crits never feel amazing in the early game until you get the Deathbringer. But like, if I went pen right here, ooh. Oh my, dude, Danza counters this character. Okay, he doesn't actually counter him, but he does very well. Like, do you guys see this? I mean, I kind of just want him to stay, bro. Like, stay and fight me. I'm not trying to deliberately, like, stop his back because of any, like, particular reason of him getting the items. I just want to fight him at low HP. Like, I want to get a kill, man. I want some action to happen. But I don't think he's going to leave his tower. Oh, come on, crits. Come on. Oh, the clutch crits. What? I missed an auto, and I horrificed him. Oh my god, there's no way, dude. This is the second surrender. My first game was 9 minutes too. I killed a Poseidon 5 times in a row and he F6'd. And in 9 minutes. Like 9 minutes flat. This one at least lasted 26 seconds longer. Holy man. Alright, I'm just going to click play again, make this a two-parter because this is the second 9-minute F6 in a row. If I were willing to wager, I would say that it's probably going to happen again. So I will see you guys in the next game. Thank you for watching. And we're back into the next game. We are against a Platinum Anubis named Carter PC. I've actually seen this guy a few times. I thought he was someone else at first. Like there's a guy in my chat. He's an OG Duel player. Some of you guys may know of him. He used to talk and hang out with Face a lot. If you know who Face is, you know, if you play NA and stuff like that. But his name is just Carter. And I thought this was him on an ult, or like maybe he got his account banned or something. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's him. So either way, we are chilling. But dude, I'm so tired of people surrendering, man. Like it's so sad. This is like my 4th Smite game now, and I haven't even messed up the talking part, you know, too much. I don't think. I'm not too nervous. I'm just, you know, doing my thing. I think I'm doing a pretty good job, both gameplay and commentating, but I just can't get a game because people surrender, man. Well, that's pretty good clear. I don't even think I hit the whole thingy. Oh. Oh. I need my Griffin Wing. I can't land the normal autos. Oh! I need my Griffin Wing. I have a lot of sustain, though. Like, a lot of sustain. Because, again, this has 15 MP5. And I have health and multi potions. And I have a little heal on my 2. What is the heal, actually? 20? Yo, let's go! We're big healing out here. I keep missing one archer with that, somehow. Oh, I'm slow immune to my 3. So that helps me with that. It also helps me juke the Anubis ult a bit. Alright, we got the smalls, I suppose. Anubis is actually so fun and good right now. He's not like a tippy-top duel god, like you must ban him or anything like that, but he is good right now. And I personally enjoy playing him a ton. Ow. Alright, if we can hit 5 here. I think he knows, man. He knows. He actually missed out on that archer by backing up like that. I don't think he's really worried about it though. He's already missing out on the red. Why not? Why not keep missing out on stuff? Dude, Danza's 1 is actually so loud. Holy. Now, normally the play would just be to back right here, but... What? I was gonna say, but he's probably at his blue buff, so I can safely just go ahead and do this. He might invade my blue now, although I kind of doubt it, considering, based on his pathing and the way he's moving. Or, in the way he's using his abilities, I mean. That's the risk of staying, is you might get your blue invaded, but I still had decent resources, you know, like health and mana. So, it's not the same. Like, usually when you're doing a play like that, if it's like a competitive back and forth game, usually you're like 1 HP after the red, so if you stay, they're just like, oh, okay, well you have to back now, and I'm just gonna steal your stuff, so good luck. Oh my, I missed, but he stopped his back anyways. Alright, this is kind of a terrible idea, but... Oh. Alright, cool. It was only kind of a terrible idea. Me ulting it in hindsight, you know, hindsight's 2020, we know what just happened, right? Me ulting in was actually an incredibly good play right there because I didn't just lose my beads for nothing. I ended up getting his Aegis as well. We traded. We traded ults, we traded relics, whereas if I didn't do that, I would have just lost my beads for nothing, basically. Now, was it a good play in the moment? Like, was I sure that was going to work? Absolutely not. But, you know, in hindsight, looking at what happened, I didn't die or anything, so, and I got to clear the wave, so we're chilling. We're being chilling. Maybe I should level my 3. No. Surely not. It doesn't do enough. Oh. He doesn't have his ult up, so he can still poke me out a lot, though. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, it's that easy. Dude, Danza's early game is so sick, especially into the mages. Like, I was owning that Poseidon I told you guys about that you guys didn't see. Because he surrendered at like 9 minutes, and I didn't want this to be a two-parter necessarily. Like, I wanted a good game. But then I got another 9-minute surrender, which you guys did see, and yeah, I'm kind of over it, man. I'm kind of over it. Crit chance. Yeah, we're going to a boomerang. I'm not going to finish this until I need to, which might just be my next back. I don't know. All I know is I can't afford the tier 3 of this just yet. I can't afford this, and I also don't really need this tier 3 right this moment anyways. It's not a huge rush, so yeah. As you can see. Now, that was a decent ult on his part as far as getting pressure goes. You know, he's got a little bit of red buff pressure now. A little bit. Not too much. Alright. That was all a part of my plan, naturally. And he's just dead, man. There's nothing he can do. I didn't even hit him with the rocket. My plan with the rocket, though, was... My main plan was to avoid his abilities. You know, avoid the wrap, avoid the 3-2 combo, or at least a good portion of it, right? And then hit him with it and kill him. Well, we did the first part, which was the main part. You know, we wanted to avoid things and then just shoot him down. But we kind of just messed up our ult. Maybe I could have went all the way around like this. But then I was afraid that if he went the way that I went, like... If I went all the way around, he would just path through here, and I wouldn't catch him. I don't know. I probably would have caught him, but that was my thought. That was my thought process there. Is I figured if I tried to go all the way around and didn't make that little turn right there, he would have just, you know, got away from me. That also gives him more time to get his abilities up as well. Which again, the main thing there was trying to avoid his abilities. I was trying to take advantage of that opportunity as well because let me think on what relic I want. I was trying to take advantage of that opportunity as well because he didn't have his Aegis. And I know that because I didn't have my beads. And I popped my beads before him. And it's a lower cooldown. By... Oh, they're actually the same cooldown. I wonder if I'm actually an idiot. And I never knew that. Or they changed it. I'm going to go out. I'm going to trust myself here and say that they changed the beads cooldown. And it wasn't always the same as Aegis. Because that doesn't sound right at all to me. But maybe it was. Who knows? Either way, my beads were down, so. Kind of missed my one, like, really hard. And we got a crit, although I don't think it really matters that we got a crit there. Dude, this is feeling like when I tried to do Mannequins the More again. Like, way back, you know, when starters were in Duel. And I tried to get a recording for Mannequins the More again. And I'm pretty sure I literally played like 8 games in a row. Dude, I could cringe him right... Alright, well. No, don't surrender. That's why I didn't want to do it, man. Oh my god. This is so dumb, dude. This is so dumb. Like, obviously, I'm not facing the best players, right? But it's 3 p.m. on East Coast... Wait, is my game frozen? Hello? Is it... What? Is this in the recording? I don't understand. Anyways, what I was saying is, I'm queuing on the main server at 4 p.m. or 3 p.m., Like, I'm not queuing Southeast Asia, man, where there's not that many players. What is happening to my game? It just froze, dude. What the heck? Anyways, I don't know. Maybe this is just a three-parter. Maybe I'm just making a montage of making people F6. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. I'll see you guys in the next game. Hopefully I can fix my game. Alright, and we're back into the next game. The third game, or well, the fourth game really, but the third game for you guys. I don't know, dude. I think I know this guy. I think I know of him just like I knew of the other guy. I think he's pretty good actually, so maybe this will be a good game. Hopefully this will be a good game. Do I want to just go horrific again? I think I do. That was kind of nice. I kind of like that. Just to be clear, by the way, if you didn't get to see game 2, because I don't know how this game's going to go yet. If you didn't get to see game 2, then that means that this was actually a pretty good game, and if I put all three of them together, all three of my recordings together, then that will result in like the video being too long, right? So I might, if this is a good game, I might cut out the second game. But just to be clear, if I reference the second game or anything like that, it's because there was a game you guys didn't see. If this is a good game. Now, if he just surrenders, well, then you just ignore everything I'm talking about, I suppose. Maybe I should have gotten my... I really missed that, huh? That is unfortunate. YOLO. Ugh. There we go, boys. Let's go! Danza early game beat Marty, and Marty's really good in the early game. Was that a horrific diff? I don't know. Because like, sometimes it's hard for me to tell if horrific is better than Shell in the fight. I think there's no correct answer. I think it just depends on the situation. I think there's situations where they're like, they trade places, you know. One's better in one situation and one's, ooh, not as good in another, right? Maybe I stay here. This is kind of greedy, and there's pretty much no reason for it, if we're being honest. I guess I'm just trying to get enough money for a chalice. I'm not used to being able to finish my item at 900 gold, right? Like, the only thing I can think of that's like that I would go would be maybe a golden blade, something like that. I'm not really used to having the gold so early on, so sometimes I greed the next wave and stuff like that. Also because I can, because I have some MP5, right? But this way, I get to back, I get to buy my item, I get to get a chalice. I go with chalice every single game, if you guys are curious. If anyone doesn't know, I go with chalice in every situation. It doesn't matter if I'm playing Aphrodite with the healing. It doesn't matter if I'm playing Anubis with the lifesteal. It doesn't matter if I'm playing Mercury with nothing. I go the health chalice. There's absolutely no reason not to. And anyone who tells you that it's not worth the gold, like it just puts you 300 gold behind, no, it doesn't. It does not. Like, I hate when people say that, because by definition what they're saying is correct, right? Like, you bought something that they didn't buy, potentially, even though this guy did. So you're 300 gold behind, right? But you're not, because that 300 gold is well spent. Like, it's really, 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 like, you're getting 750 HP every single time. I should have went crit second into that other Marty, by the way. But, that 300 gold, every single time you leave the fountain, you have 750 healing. That's over half my health bar. I heal over half my health bar, right? And in a world where people say, like, Hades healing, Anubis healing is OP, you know, where people complain about that kind of healing, I'm healing over half my HP bar, guys, with a health chalice. Like, you're not 300 gold behind if you buy the chalice. Like, I've heard people say that, like, you only get chalice if you're ahead, because then you have you can afford it. No, I go chalice when I'm behind, when I'm ahead, all of it. How, dude, I'm the worst Danza oneer ever. Like, actually. Somehow I always mess up my wave clear, like, every single time. I don't really know how that's physically possible, but... He's sitting at the back of the bush, I guess? Dude, playing against Marty is actually infuriating. Huh. Oh. Alright, I might have died if he actually landed his root and his one, but, you know, who knows? Me personally being cocky and whatnot, I think I would have lived at like 100 HP and still won that fight. But who knows? Either way, what we do know is that he missed all of his abilities and we won the fight. So, big dub there. Ow. He's probably going to invade my buff. There's not too much I can do about that, unfortunately. That's pretty much all I can do, I think, is just try to push some minions into the tower. If I go for his blue, I die. If I try to contest, I probably die. Let's see, Boomerang. Boomerang second. I should have done this in the first game. I don't think I did. I think I regrowth into Boomerang. Boomerang second is actually really strong. People don't expect the damage as well. Griffin Wing Boomerang, red buff. Like, people don't expect how much damage I'm able to put out. Now, it's not going to be ridiculous damage because he is going second item defense, right? You got to take that into consideration. But it is going to be good damage. Like, look at this. Oh, this is beautiful. What's he gonna do? Goodbye. Yo, this character actually counters Marty in some ways. That is so funny. The ult kind of follows his ult, although it's kind of janky and doesn't really work all the time. Especially if you max range it. If you melee distance it, it probably works just fine. But it uses some of that travel distance time, right? Like Marty gets to stall the ult. He gets to wait for it to get near him, and then he gets to ult, and he stalls. But, you know, the ult can find him in the bushes, and that's really nice. I actually decided to let the ult take over. Like, I didn't hop in the rocket, because I was actually more confident that the auto-aim ultimate would hit better than I would than, like, my chances of finding him in the bush, right? He went an early spectral armor, yeah. Kind of just battling to the death here. I pop my horrific on him. Oh. And it's just that easy. Yo, this is so silly, man. I actually do so much damage. He has a spectral. Like, not only does he have defense, he has a critical... a crit counter, even though it doesn't really, you know, counter crit. It's obviously still going to be good into spectral, but... Which a lot of people, by the way, like, so many people think of this game so, like... People think so linear, right? And it's like... What I'm trying to get at here is... People just think, like, oh, this guy has a knock-up. That means I go Stone of Gaia, right? He has a knock-up. Ha ha ha. Oh, he has spectral? I guess I'm just simply not allowed to go crit now. Oh, no. I'm dead, I think. Oh, wait. Buy some time for the 3. Oh! Okay, too easy. I don't know why he tried to chase me that way. I think he would have caught me if he went the other way. Like, he went the polar opposite way I was thinking he would go, but... You know, whatever. I'll take it. Get Blink, man. I just love Blink. Blink's just the most fun relic in the game. It's so fun. Bonk. Again, I don't always go the... And I try to tell you guys when. I don't always go the most DPS efficient build. Or, relics, rather. I mean, I guess I do go DPS efficient relics, but I don't always go, like, the boxing relics, because sometimes I just want to catch someone off guard like this. Like right now, he just used his ultimate on pretty much nothing. No! I should have got in it. I forgot it doesn't, like, turn corners like that. Oh, by the way, something I didn't mention in the early game is when I said, like, was that a horrific diff, or what was that, right? We also had a better tier 2 to start the game. Griffin Wing has a better tier 2 than Transcendence by a pretty good margin, so that also takes a part of it. Or, you take it in account. Yeah, there we go. There we go, that sounds right. Dude, my mouth is so dry. I'm gonna take a drink 1 second. And we're back. And we're back. Alright, where's this guy, dude? I'm gonna own this guy, man. I think we're probably gonna fight over this. I think once I get Deathbringer though, this game's kind of just over. I mean, it's kind of already over, but like it's gonna be really over. Nine minutes, bro. You actually can't make this up, dude. You actually can't. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, I just remembered the reason why my game was bugged in the second game, or it was like frozen, is because I paused the game. Like in the victory screen, I paused it. I don't remember hitting the button. That's why I was so confused, and I don't even think it told me it was paused. But yeah, I paused the game, and that's what broke it last time. And I only realized it because I clicked escape, and then it said unpause, and I was like, okay. So I unpaused it, and it worked, right? So apparently I paused it at the end of that second game. But holy crap, man, I don't even know what to say about this. I don't know how you guys feel about a video like this, but like, here's proof. Here's proof that I played Danza 4 times in a row and got 9 minutes or less games. And you guys didn't get to see this game, so I'll just show you real quick. It was just a 5-0 against a Poseidon. But I played 4 games in a row and I just keep getting surrenders, man. How, like, what? Like, I don't know. I don't think 2 surrenders makes a good video, but maybe 3 in a row, and I just, like, title it something jank. You know, you guys will see the title, right? I title it something jank, and I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel about a video like this. People have recommended that I do this before, that I just do a montage of people surrendering and stuff, and I mean, I guess that's what I did. And usually at the end of the videos, I talk about builds and stuff, but I'm not the hunter guy, so I'm just going to very briefly just show you guys something. There's the build that I've been doing in the game, of course. And by the way, the end of these builds, one moment, actually, hold on. Like this build that I would have went here would have been Deathbringer into Dominance, and then last item you literally go whatever you want. Like legitimately you can go whatever you want last item. You can go Demon Blade for more crit, you can go Xe if they have double defense, you can go anti-heal even though the Deathbringer has, you can go anything you want last. I would go Dominance 5th, and that would be my build. So there's that. And then as far as like optional builds, again, I'm not the hunter guy. So I know I'm not going to say I know all the optimal builds, but you definitely can still do this start. You know, you can do stuff like this, right? Boomerang. Kins. You know, builds like this. You probably get a Deathbringer at some point. You can always do that, but I think a lot of people know about the Dominance Rush build. I mean, that guy was just using it in the last game. So the only thing I will say, honorable mention, that I think is really viable in the right situations, especially against mages, like anything that you don't have to have an actual auto attack boxing match with. You know, you're not against like another hunter per se, but it can still work against other hunters. A build like this, it may seem kind of gimmicky, and that's because it is gimmicky. But I'm not kidding around. Oops, nope. I'm not kidding around. I'm just showing you guys this so you guys know that it is viable. You definitely can do it. And if it's something that interests you, you like this more of wacky gameplay or whatever you want to call it, this right here would be your core. This is basically just power, CDR, Hydra's procs, Deathbringer, right? You know, you press your 3, then you auto for the Hydra's crit, hopefully. You press your 2, you auto. You press your 1, you auto. You ult in, you auto before you use your 1. You just make sure you auto attack after each ability and hope that you get a crit with your Hydra's proc, and you will explode them. If you want to double down on the crit to make sure you actually get a proc, you can go either one of these. Boomerang's less efficient in a burst build because it's not about getting the proc from Boomerang, but it still has good stats. 20% crit, 20% crit. What I'm saying is in a build like this, we are going for Hydras, even though Boomerang is OP, and you can build it anytime. But if you're going for a specific build like this, you can also just go Demon Blade. It works just as good, right? It's pretty solid. And then last item, you go either crit there, and last item, me personally, I'd probably just go Dominance. So this build is very similar to the other one. As you can see, it's not drastically different, but the main things is we're going Transcendence over Griffin Wing for more power and CDR in the early game. and we're not going boomerang if we don't want to. And what did this replace? What did the Hydras replace? I don't even remember my I don't even remember my build. Oh wait, no, the Hydras doesn't replace anything because I said you can go whatever you want in that 6th item. And by the way, even in a build like this, where you don't have Transcendence, that's basically the key difference. You can still go Hydra's last item, especially when you're trying to burst someone. You're against a mage, even an auto attack mage like Freya. Like, so you need to burst her down too. Like when you're trying to fight somebody's burst, a build like this is actually pretty darn solid, except it's much worse in the early game. I'll say that right now. It's much worse. Griffin Wing is your go-to if you want to be able to box in the early game. But yeah, I mean, this is the build. I think it's pretty solid. It's pretty standard. There are other things you can do, obviously, but you know, I'm not the hunter guy, man. I don't know. Also, hunters are pretty simple in the aspect of if you're playing a hunter and you're playing a one like Uller and you're going the standard build, Uller has always went. I'm sure most of you know it by now, the ability-based build. You're probably going to be fine. If you're going an auto attack one and that auto attack build has dominance and boomerang at some point, it's probably fine. Like, you can build kind of whatever you want on these characters, you know, and if you lose due to a specific matchup, your build probably wouldn't have helped that much to begin with. But that being said, let me know how you guys feel about a video like this where I wish I already deleted it. I wish I kept the first game so I could have 4 F6s for this video, but you guys can see here, it's ridiculous, man. Sometimes it's just impossible to get a video because people just die so much in the early game and then they don't stick it out. Like, I don't know whatever happened to the people that I used to kill 15 times in their fountain and they don't have 6. I don't know what happened to that, but they're gone apparently. Everyone surrenders now. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of the video. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.